Hey everybody, I'm going to start a new series about the benefits of homeschooling, and today I'm going to talk about the benefits of homeschooling for you as a mom. And I think there are so many of them. When I first started homeschooling this year, that's one of the first things I noticed. Hey, I am getting so many great things out of this, and not just my kids. So the first thing that really strikes me and that I just love is that I'm also learning alongside my kids. And this may sound kind of crazy because this past year I was teaching first grade and kindergarten, and we're already moving on to second grade work, some higher than that. And so you're probably like, what are you going to learn from that? First grade, seriously, Janelle, you should know that. But it's sad but true. I am learning a lot. Sometimes there's just things you forget. Sometimes there was things that you never went over that you want to teach your kids, and that you guys are working through together. And for me, I love this. We were doing Story of the World, and I don't remember learning all this ancient history. I'm just loving it and soaking it up just as much as my kids are. We're learning Latin together. I never learned that. And just, you are in charge of your homeschool. You can learn, like your kids can learn awesome things that aren't necessarily required for a kindergartner or a first grader. And kids are just little sponges at this age, and it's awesome the amount of information they can retain and the things that they can learn and that you can learn with them. And that's what I love about it. I love this because we shouldn't ever stop learning, but when it's put in your face like this, it's it's there, and you don't really have the choice. You're learning. So it's really awesome. That's the first benefit. The second is you have the opportunity to better understand your kids. And this is also an awesome one because as I've been homeschooling my kids, I look at how they learn, and I strive to figure out what their learning style is, what drives them, what do they love, what interests them, what completely bores them. You get to know your child at a deeper level, and as a homeschooler, when you're in that, you strive to see that. You strive to figure out your kids so you can help them better. And I think that's awesome. It's a great way to build your relationship with your kids, just having this opportunity to figure out who they are. And I think it challenges your patience. I think a lot of people may not think this is a benefit, but it is. The Bible says that we should have patience. And when you're homeschooling your kids, you're working on it every day. With my son, Caden, I didn't struggle with this as much because he was the perfect pupil. He just absorbed things, took things in, and you didn't have to repeat things, and you didn't have to be patient. He was just, wow, did what you want him to do. And with my daughter, she has a different learning style, and it's been harder for me, and I've had to work on my patience with her and not get upset when she doesn't understand the third or fourth or fifth time you go through something. And that's just how she is. So you're trying your patience every day, and I fail a lot, but it is a good thing. And just knowing that that's something I'm working on, it's a benefit because it's refining me. And I also think it helps to ground your priorities. This is just, it's a busy world we live in, and it's so easy to get caught up in that. And it's easy to lose sight of what is important and your priorities. And I think that when you're homeschooling on a daily basis, you have to look back and what am I doing this for? What is the point? And you look back and really look at your priorities and why this is important to you. And I think it helps to prioritize your life. What is really important, what's not that I can kick out. Because homeschooling takes up so much of your time. If you make that a priority in your life, you really have to focus and say, this is a priority to me. This isn't, I'm just going to kick this out. And it's really, I think, really beneficial. I know that I look back probably once a week and say, what are my priorities? What am I doing here? What is what matters here? And I think I see this a lot because when I am homeschooling, there's so many things I want them to learn. I'm like, they're never going to learn all this stuff. There's so much. And I have to look back and prioritize what is the most important. What is the most important thing that I want them to be learning and taking in right now? And so even within my homeschooling, I'm learning about prioritizing. And that just goes out to the rest of my life, that I need to be focusing on what's important and just what is important to me and what I am going to fill our life with. And the fifth, benefit that I get from homeschooling is I get to be around my kids. And I think this is a priority. A benefit. I would hate having to drop my kids off every day. I love that I get to spend time with them as a mom. It just fills me up. I love just being able to spend time with them, and I love that time that we have together. And it is a huge benefit to me to be able to watch my kids grow and watching them learn. This has been the best thing I've ever experienced, just watching my kids grow. From going from my son not being able to read to him reading, writing, all the things he has memorized. My daughter just moving forward and learning so much alongside her brother. And even my youngest, who's 2, she's just learning along with them. Like, she's learning her alphabet while Charlie's doing hers. And she's learning to count as Charlie's learning to count. And it's so awesome to see that. And I would hate to get to miss out on all that. It has been the most... It's awesome because I know some jobs you don't always see, reap the benefits. You don't get to see all that you've done and accomplished in such a tangible way. I can look at my work, all the hours I've put into them. I can see all of it, and I can look back and say, wow, look at how they've progressed. Look at what I have done to help get them there. And it's really cool to see that. It's really cool to be with your kids all the time. And I think it helps your relationship with your kids, and it's an awesome benefit to be there for them when they need you at this time in their life, I believe. So those are the benefits for mom. I have a couple more videos of just benefits for the rest of your family and of homeschooling. I think the good outweighs the bad. Or obviously I wouldn't be doing it. I think there's so many benefits to homeschooling. I know homeschooling is not for everybody, but if you were looking to homeschool, just think back, just look at these reasons and benefits and see how fulfilling it can be for you.